What is going on with crypto market? We're going to talk about it today. Hi, my name is Jeremy, and if you want to follow along in my journey as I build wealth for my family, then subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so you don't miss a thing. And remember, none of this is financial advice. I'm literally a guy sitting in front of a computer talking to a camera, so keep that in mind. Today you can see really over the weekend, just a huge crash in what happened to Bitcoin and all of the other cryptocurrencies. Not all of them, but large portion, majority of them. And so I want to talk about that a little bit today. And so let's jump over here. All right, so if you look at all of these charts and these graphs, Saturday probably woke up like many others and checked your portfolio and noticed there was a huge crash. And you can see on CoinMarketCap, all of these cryptos just tanked overnight. There's rumors that there were some power outages in China, basically a sharp decline in the hashing power coming out of China and Bitcoin, and so that caused part of it. You know, whether that's legitimate or not. There's also talk about Turkey banning the use of cryptocurrency for purchases, and that might have had something to do with it. But what I want to talk about today is just this fundamental idea of buying and selling crypto, and this idea that we have of, or I guess I should say this fear that we have of missing out. And so many people, and I am no stranger to this as well, but you see what's going on with a particular crypto. For instance, I will make this admission, and I think I've said it before, that I learned about crypto. I'm an IT guy, so I learned about crypto, right as Bitcoin was coming out, and researched it, saw the potential of it, got to the point of trying to figure out how to buy it, and got frustrated and never bought any Bitcoin. Way back when it was, single digit dollars for a Bitcoin. And then when I actually got involved with buying a little bit of crypto, it was when Bitcoin spiked up to about $18,000. Right in here, 2018. You can look at this chart. And I think I bought Bitcoin originally around $14,000 or $16,000, somewhere in there. Spiked up here to 18,000, and I held. I did not sell. And then you remember what happened. Bitcoin came down here to 7,000 and ultimately 6,000. I think it even got to 3,000 at some point. Let's jump over here. Yeah, right here, $3,400, December of 2018. So real low. So I saw, again, I knew the potential of what Bitcoin could be back in 2010. Didn't buy. Bought in 2018. It spiked way up and it dropped down. I bought it, like I said, I think about $11,000 or $12,000 of Bitcoin. I saw it come up, and then I watched it go all the way down. And the whole time, the reason I bought back here was that whole fear of missing out. I saw it climbing, and I wanted to buy. And it went up, and then it went way down below what it originally was at. Now, here's the difference. I did have a fear of missing out, and that's why I bought in where I bought in. But I also did not sell. But more importantly, it's not that I didn't sell, it's that I did not buy at the low. So I bought in right here, and I knew, Bitcoin's got potential. I think it's got long-term viability. I'm going to buy in. It's going up. I'm going to buy in. And I did that. And then I watched it come down. And for some reason, when we have a fear of missing out, it causes us not to buy the lows. And so when it was down here at $3,500 a coin, I was hesitant. Okay, it just dropped. I'm really negative in my portfolio. I'm not going to buy anymore because I'm not sure what's going to happen. And then we all know the history of that. Look at it today. It's up to, well, as of this, $55,000. Why did I not buy when it was at $3,000? When I bought it when it was at $11,000 and I believed in what it was. And the same holds for you. Is granted, if you've got profits, take some profits out. I am definitely a proponent of taking profits and especially your original investment out. But for some reason, we always have this fear of missing out on when it's rising, but not whenever it's dropping. And so here's the other one. So you all know that I am definitely a big proponent of Theta. I think Theta will be huge in the coming years. And so let's look at the Theta chart. I mean, so many of you have been hearing about Theta for months probably, and at least 2 months. It's sort of been on this upward trend. And I get it. I see it in the comments. Theta goes to $10 and then it goes to $11 and then it goes to $12 and you say, should I buy in? Is it too late? And so here you can see January Theta was at 220 and now we're up here to 1069, hit a peak of about 14. I actually think it spiked to 16 at some point. But again, fear of missing out causes people to buy in, and then when it starts to drop down, they sell, and it's sort of this self-fulfilling prophecy. They buy high, and then they sell low, when really you need to be buying low and selling high. So all these people who have been looking at the price of Theta being over $11, $12 for the last however long it's been, like 3 weeks or a month or something. If they didn't buy, now it's on sale, and chances are they probably still won't buy because now they're thinking that, okay, it's going to keep going down. But we've been talking about this for weeks and months, that I really truly believe that Theta has the potential to go to hundreds, if not thousands of dollars per token. There's only 1 billion tokens that will ever be created. Currently, it's about 60% of those are staked, not easily sold. That means 40% are actively being sold, and a lot of those are actually being held. So let's say that there's 20% of all Theta tokens that are available for purchase at any given time. That means there is a very small amount of tokens available, and get this, Theta is widely unknown still at this point. More and more people are figuring it out, but everybody knows about Bitcoin. A whole lot of people know about Ethereum. Very few people know about Theta unless you're in the crypto space and you're researching it yourself. But there will come a day and you'll sit back and you'll say, man, I wish I would have bought Theta when it was $10.55. Now, here's the other thing. Do not ever, ever invest money that you're not willing to lose, because it's possible, though I believe slim chance, Theta could go to zero tomorrow. And the amount of money that you invest in Theta or any other cryptocurrency, you should be willing to lose, because if you're investing, there's always a risk associated with that. So always keep that in mind. Nothing is guaranteed when you're talking about investments. This is the other thing that I want to talk about. I've had people constantly asking questions about how to do certain things. How do I buy Theta? How do I swap Theta back in and cash out, and that kind of thing. But the reality is there's just no way for me to answer all those questions. It's just, there's too many of them. I'm just one person. I can't obviously reply to all of those questions. I'm considering starting a Patreon where those who want more insight into what I'm doing and a glimpse inside my portfolio can go and basically become a patron, help support the channel, help me produce more and more content, and at the same time create a more private community where we can do a little more interaction that's not just out there. Obviously, I don't want to publish my entire portfolio publicly out on the web, so Patreon would be a place to do that. But I'm not going to do it if it's not something that you all want. Obviously, this channel's been growing crazy. I'm up to 2,500 subscribers, and we're building a great community here. But Patreon would be a place to be a more focused community. But again, I'm not going to do that if it's not something that you all are interested in, I can just keep producing these types of videos. But if it is something that you're interested in, then go down below, like the channel, and put in the comments Patreon, and that'll just let me know that that's definitely something that you might be interested in, and I can pursue it. There's also a link in the description for an email list that I've created around crypto. I likely will notify that list before I notify anybody else of anything that I'm doing as far as that goes. So definitely go down there, click on that link, and subscribe. As always, thanks for watching. Go check out this video if you haven't seen this one. Like this video if you do, and share it with somebody you think might want to see it. And I will see you over there.